Hello and welcome. I'm Sajad and you're watching Kashmir News Service. The political ice that has accumulated in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir has begun to melt after a major outreach by the Prime Minister's House to the 16 mainstream leaders in Jammu and Kashmir. Today, concerned citizen group led by former Minister and Vice President of Trinamool Congress, Yashwant Sinha, is on a 3-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir. To more on this, I will go across to Yashwant Sinha, sir. Sir, आपका बहुत-बहुत शुक्रिया, आपने हमारा अपना कीमती वक्त हमारे निकाला. तो पहले मैं ये पूछना चाहूँगा, this is perhaps your first visit to Jammu and Kashmir after the abrogation of 370. We have seen that the European delegation has been brought to this place, but the delegation who often visit this place have not been brought. But this is your first visit after the abrogation of 370. So what's the purpose to this visit and what are the delegations you have to meet?
As you are aware, this concerned citizens group of which I am a member, we have been coming to Kashmir for the last 5 years, basically to acquaint ourselves with the ground situation here, because you don't get to get the truth about Jammu and Kashmir in the rest of the country. So we thought the best will be to come here and then see the truth for yourself. And so we started coming here since 2016. And after the abrogation of Article 370, my group came here earlier this year. Unfortunately, I could not come with them. But this time we have come once again with the same intent. And what is the intent? The intent is to understand the reality of Jammu and Kashmir, especially Kashmir, acquaint ourselves with what the feeling of the people is, then put all this in a report and present it before the people of the rest of the country.
So since you have said that you have been here to this place since 2016 and you have continuously coming to this place, but we haven't seen any sort of response after that, getting the report, collecting report from this place, and no feedback after that.
No, we have been, as I said, informing the people of the rest of the country about the ground reality here. What has been the response of the Government of India? You are absolutely right. The Government of India has not responded. They have not acted on our recommendations. On the contrary, they have acted against those recommendations at times. For instance, the abolition of Article 370 or 35A was quite contrary to our expectations. So, we are not concerned with what the government is thinking, because we feel that the people of the country are larger than the Government of India, and therefore we must reach out to the people of the country. This is what we are trying to do through our reports.
So we have seen after the abrogation of 370, the BJP is trying to do something different in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and this time I would like to mention here that you have joined Trinamool Congress and you have set a thumping victory in Bengal against the BJP, and the mainstream parties here, they have also formed an alliance to fight the BJP. There may be in near future elections. So how do you see this alliance in the Union Territory of Jammu? Do you feel that they would resist the BJP in near future?
I hope they do. I hope they do. BJP does not have any presence here in the valley. They have some presence in Jammu. But BJP has not covered itself with glory by taking the steps that it's taken now. And therefore, my feeling is that whenever the people of Jammu and Kashmir get an opportunity to express themselves through elections, through their vote, they will give a reply to the actions of the Government of India, which is represented by the Bharatiya Janata Party here.
So the delimitation commission is in Jammu and Kashmir, and just for the delimitation process, and this has been constituted very before, just like in Assam, but they haven't then did a delimitation in Assam, but they decided to have in Jammu and Kashmir. They have decided to have elections in Assam and later delimitation, but here we are doing different. So how do you see this?
You see, delimitation is an exercise which is undertaken periodically for the whole country. Now, delimitation is taking place in Jammu and Kashmir because it was part of the Reorganization Act, Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act. That act itself is under challenge in the Supreme Court by various people. Now, why should one delimitation have been included in the act? That remains a major question. The second thing is, why are they acting on it when it's under challenge in the Supreme Court? The third is, what is the intent with which delimitation exercise is being done? Is it in order to ensure that the number of seats in Jammu increase and the valley loses its importance politically? All these are questions in the minds of the people, and we hear about all this here. So, I personally feel that delimitation of Jammu and Kashmir constituency should not have been included in the Reorganization Act. They are not doing it in Assam. There was no reason why they should hurry up doing it in Jammu and Kashmir. Third, if Jammu and Kashmir is a part of India as it is, then why not do it in the whole country? Why single out Jammu and Kashmir for this particular exercise?
So my last question to you is that since this BJP government came into power, the dialogue between the Pakistan and India came to on a pause. But later we have seen the two militaries have decided to have a ceasefire in the line of control. But this dialogue didn't move beyond this two militaries. So do you see in near future any dialogue between the two governments, between the two?
The issues between India and Pakistan cannot be resolved without a dialogue. That's a given. It cannot be resolved in a vacuum. You have to talk to them, they have to talk to us. Obviously, after whatever time, this government has realized that both countries cannot live permanently in a state of enmity. So some back-channel conversation, dialogue has started. The ceasefire was a result of that back-channel talks. And perhaps those back-channel talks are going on. And we'll wait for the day when, through the back-channel diplomacy, it will become possible to have an open dialogue between the two countries.
Okay, sir, thank you. So this was the Vice President of Trinamool Congress, Yashwant Sinha, who is on a 3-day visit to the Union Territory, Jammu and Kashmir, to meet the several delegations. I am Sajad for Kashmir News Service, Srinagar.